today. Big exclusive right now on Mirror Now. Mukul Rohatgi speaking with me. Nakshi, let's cut across straight to it.
So a lot of people perhaps may not know as much about your association with the aspect of 377. You were perhaps one of the first senior counsels who had put their signatures for the curative to be considered by the Supreme Court.
See, I was contacted by some people who wanted to somehow challenge the judgment of the Supreme Court, which had held against the community and which had reversed a well-considered judgment of the Delhi High Court. So when I examined the matter, I found that there was really some substance in the contentions which were being raised by members of the community. So the only way out is to file a curative petition, which is a very rare kind of a petition, and only very few petitions have been allowed till now. And a senior lawyer has a great responsibility because he has to certify that such a petition would be valid, which in effect seeks to reverse an already existing view of the Supreme Court. So I did certify, and some others must have done that. And from then till now, it has been a turbulent ride with ups and downs. And finally, after maybe 5 years, the hearing has concluded. And I was happy that I started the hearing, but I couldn't conclude it because I was unwell for a day and so on. And well, I would say I'd keep my fingers crossed. And I hope the judgment will strike a positive note, because these kind of things really affect the very core, the very being of this community. And if you see it across the world, most countries have decriminalized the activities of this community, and I hope the same thing happens in this country. Obviously, when the highest court declares that it is not a criminal act between two consenting adults, then people will also change their views. Because you know how people have grown up in this country when this has been a criminal act for the last 150 years because of British Victorian morals and British penal codes and so on. People have grown with a feeling or with a view or the teachings or whatever you may call it, that this is something wrong, it is something to be frowned upon, it is something which is kind of acquired, it is not natural, so keep a little away from them. These kind of feelings happen, and these feelings create a feeling of alienation, right? But once this judgment comes, and it is the law of the land, and the society has progressed over the last 25 years or 30 years, and we have come today what America was, let's say 20 or 30 years ago. If that is so, with this declaration of the law, this alienation, this looking with suspicion, trying to keep away from these people, all this will gradually end, and within a short span of time, you will find there will be no difference in the approach of the other majority community with this community.